Welcome, everybody, to Wager Talk TV. My name is Ross Benjamin. It's Tuesday, April the 23rd, and I'm talking NBA today. And specifically speaking, we're going to be looking at the Timberwolves and the Suns Game 2 in the Western Conference quarterfinals tonight. You know, folks, real important that you have to be careful not to overreact in a Game 2 situation to what you saw in Game 1. It's easy to do so. It's not, when I say don't overreact, that doesn't mean you should go with a contrarian approach automatically in Game 2 to what you saw in Game 1. And I guess where I'm going with this is for years, it became very popular to use the zigzag theory. In other words, whoever won or covered in Game 1 go the opposite way in Game 2 and vice versa as the series progressed. But if you look at the raw data, those types of situations, meaning the zigzag theory, hasn't really held up as much as it used to be. Now, there's a couple reasons why. These games are now spread out more, where teams get, like in the Knicks series, we're looking at, they played yesterday. They're not going to play to Thursday, and then they're not going to play Game 4 in Philadelphia until Sunday. That's number one. Number two, if anything in the world of sports betting becomes a hot topic in terms of trends or methods that have been working over a course of time, the odds makers adjust as well. And when they do so not because so much as they're adjusting because what they witnessed in Game 1 as opposed to Game 2 or Game 2 to Game 3, but they adjust according to what they figure the public perception will be, because they know that the public, for the most part, not everybody out there, but for the most part, they act with emotion when it comes to sports betting. So keep that in mind. And it's going to be applicable here to the game I'm going to be discussing, Game 2 between the Suns and the Timberwolves. Before I get to that, folks, we're 18-9 with our last 27 free pick videos, 67%. Been a little bit of back and forth lately. I believe we went 1-1 in each of the last 3 days. But again, overall, we're making money, and I hope that you're enjoying the videos I put forward. And I hope, not only the wins and losses, but hopefully you could take away something from each video in the course of my analysis. So, for example, what I just discussed with you right now that makes you a smarter sports bettor today than you were yesterday. So also I would ask, just kindly give me a like on today's video. It would go a long way in making me happy, Wager Talk TV happy, and also just a small token of your appreciation for the time, work, and effort that I put in each day on these videos, and to put you in a position where you could you're going to be in a better position than normal in terms of winning. Having said all that, don't forget, the 7-day pass right now, just $79 at the website. All you need to do is go to my personal page, which is sm.buzz/RB, as you see right below me. 7-day pass for $79. And we're going to add an additional 3 days to your package and give you 10 days for $79 right now, folks. My NBA, I went 0-2 yesterday. I'm transparent as they come. However, keep in mind, at Sports Memo over the last 2 years, where I'm a handicapper, in our sister channel for Wager Talk TV, sister site, I should say, 84-52 since 2022 with my NBA postseason picks. Finished number one each of the last 2 years in money earned, 7-4 so far this year in the NBA postseason, 18-8 NBA run dating back to the end of the regular season. And if you go back to March 19th, my college basketball, NBA combined basketball picks on a nice 40-21 roll. That's good for 65%. So be sure you check that out. All right, let's get to the matter at hand, and that is the Suns and the T-Wolves game. Right now, Minnesota's a 3-point favorite. The total in this game is 211.5. Forget the side and the total. I'm going to look at the Suns team total in this contest, which right now is 104.5. And when I mentioned not to overreact to what you saw, Minnesota won game one, 120-95, and they pretty much held the Phoenix Suns, who are usually a very good offensive team. They held them in shackles, especially the big three guys, of Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, and Bradley Beal. And again, it's easy to overreact and say, you know what? Minnesota's been a top defensive team all year long. They held Phoenix to 95 in the first game. Why wouldn't they go under the total of 104.5? Well, I'll tell you why. It's only the fifth time all season long that the Suns were held to 100 points or less. And in the previous five, they followed that up with a game in which they averaged 121.2 points per game. In other words, anytime Phoenix has scored 100 or less this year, which has been five times, they followed that up in the following game by averaging over 121 points per game. Now, this is a Minnesota team that's allowed 105 points or more in each of their last seven at home after allowing 99 points or fewer, which they did in a previous game. They're at home. And in those situations, the last seven times, and they have had plenty of those circumstances occur because this, like I said, they've been amongst the top, if not the top defensive team, not only in scoring, field goal percentage, etc. But the following game, after allowing 99 or less, and if they're playing at home the last seven times, they've allowed 105 points or more on each occasion. Also, since last year, the Phoenix Suns have scored 100 points or less 20 times. And in the following game, they averaged 116.3 points per contest. So I'm going to go with the Phoenix Suns over the total of 104.5 on Tuesday evening against the Minnesota Timberwolves. There you have it. Let's make it 19-9 with our last 28 free pick videos. Don't forget, sm.buzz/RB 7-day pass. You're going to get an additional 3 days. And that's for $79. That's a mere $7.90 per day, folks. And also, if you have not subscribed to our YouTube channel, which is Wager Talk TV, take a second to do so. It's absolutely free. And then go into your YouTube settings, click on the alert notification bell for Wager Talk TV, and you'll be notified immediately upon any of our great content going up on our channel. Until tomorrow, take care and God bless.